Hi Marcus, here's your video, and let's get straight into it. And we were talking about the impact position as a main aspect of the focus at this point. Let's have a take a little look, and let's talk about the angle between. I don't want that to happen, but let's put this angle on here and here. And that there. Okay, and let's just take that through. That angle remains nicely there. As it gets to that point there, you can see how the angle between the forearm and the shaft is gradually getting greater. Okay, so at that point there, I would say that it's got a little bit too much, and you can see that your right elbow has come away from your side quite excessively, and so it's kind of like a little casting effect, if you like. So let's take the club back, kind of throw the angle of the right elbow gets greater here. Let's get rid of all these lines. This is angle of the right elbow. Let's compare you to on the right here, Simon Khan, and you see how the right elbow is nicely tucked in the backswing, and also on the way down, right elbow stays in, probably down close to the right hip as it comes down. This helps to maintain the angle between forearm and the shaft. So there's your sorry, a bit of a problem there with the mechanics of my, here we go, that there. Okay, and one, and the angle up. Okay, that's pretty damn clear. Oh, come on, stop on there. That's it. So you can see now that the hands are well ahead of the club face there. I've never seen this guy hit the ball, but I would suspect that he hits it quite low. Or he's hitting that one quite low anyway. So the club face is coming in quite de-lofted. Now, in contrast with yours, as you come through, you can see the angle between the forearm and the shaft is kind of a lot greater. So let's take him back a frame to there. Okay, we can see the angle difference there. So there we go. Okay, so then by the time we've got to that point there, before the ball, all the power is expended. It's pretty much gone. So although you've got good speed, it is releasing too early. And that's why you kind of hit a few thins and have a tendency to put the ball further back to try and chase this sort of impact position. Okay, so we're looking at getting a little bit more like the guy on the right. Also, you note with the guy on the right here that he's, Simon Khan, that his weight is on his left side big time, really pressing into his left foot. I like that. You can see quite clearly, I think, that the weight is pressing down into that left side there. Whereas I would argue that with your one, at the moment we've got a little bit of a sort of slight reverse C going on. So through the ball there, the weight is probably still a little bit too far back on the right side. Let's take Simon Khan through again. So it's really bang on the left side. Yours a little bit far back. So what did we do to try and help that? Okay, we talked about the towel drill. So this was a good start on this one. Let's take this one back to impact. That's where we were on that one, and then we took this through here. Got to be much more forward at impact. The arms, the hands were getting better at that point, getting more towards the right leg. Let's take it on one more as well. We've done a one-arm drill. This is probably one of the better ones, this one. Going to work really well for you. Notice how much still of the head stayed there when you use one arm. You can keep yourself over the ball much better. And that's really the sensation of the turn what I'd like you to get as well. I was holding the camera free without a stand, but instead it keeps it pretty still. Just test if I did, but I'm just going to put a little marker on. It's an object that we know is definitely still. So, yeah, I kept it reasonably still so you can see the head's backed up a little bit there. This one, on the way through, you notice how much the weight is now planted into the left side there. Okay, whereas the one on the left, the actual position of your body is more reversed. So you can see the shape here. Okay, so we could say, yeah, that kind of, see you're just there, reversed a little bit. Whereas the one on the way through, much straighter, weight certainly on the left side. Okay, let me open up another one with a towel there. And I drew some lines here because you can also see the towel helps you on the way through how you are on your left side much more there. Alright, just past impact I know, but see, less flipping at the hands, which means less height. Okay, and a better strike. You can see the weight now through the ball. You'll be able to see how the right arm is further forwards and the spine angle is straighter here. Also the leg and the hips have rotated. I'm talking lots of stuff here, but that's just a result of the drill doing it all for you. Just the thought of getting steeper on the way down, being more on the left side, is making things look a lot better. Okay, so that drill you need to do. Let me show you down the line view. I haven't got another one of these. This is prior to any changes made. Just for reference really, Marcus, at this point. Again, I don't want you to kind of go ahead and do too much with this, but this is some good stuff going on here. Let me point out that. Okay, I put some lines on here earlier. Green one's a plain line. The feet alignment was a little bit right at the time. I mean, you keep yourself nice and still in your backswing. I really like the way your head stays pretty steady. And club's pretty much on plane in the backswing. A little bit flat, but I kind of think it's quite good. Not bad there. Now the little movements which will improve as we work on the drill is, alright, so the idea now is that the butt of the club works inside the cone on the way down. Alright, but your first motion down, we can see the hands moving really towards your head. Okay, so I would argue that they're moving that direction. So we're looking at, yeah, moving over that way. Yeah. So from the impact, we're going to be working, we want the hands to be working. So they come outside the line, outside the cone. What we're going to get as we get better at this is this, working down to the base of that triangle into the cone. You actually do recover you see your hands are outside the cone there, but you drop the club head back in the cone, not back on the inside quite nicely. But it really is a compensatory move. It's kind of, it's something that doesn't really need to happen. That's why you get inconsistency. Okay, you can see that on that one as well, you're still back on your right foot quite a bit. But some good stuff because you're well balanced and you're moving to your left side after. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, you can see the hands moving away from you on the way down. right? But as you work on the one arm drill, okay, let's get that one back up. I'll get a view next time of the, I would argue that when you take this one to the top, if we did a view from behind, the arm looks like it's working slightly more down. The right elbow working down, this one here, working towards the right hip. You can see now, we want that to be touching your right hip at impact. That's good there. Let's take a look at, oh, not that one. I did a one leg drill as well. Let's look at that one. That keeps nice and still. Note how the hands now are more in front of the body at impact, giving you a much better strike on the ball. Also, the right elbow is much closer to the right hip on the way down. And the one arm one looking good. Let's find that one more time. That one there. That one there. So watch the right elbow. It's much farther away from you. Okay, can you see the gap here? Alright, because your arms are thrown away from your body, and then you end up moving towards your right rather than to your left. So kind of going towards the fat end of that triangle. Yep. So the right elbow moving away from the body rather than staying close. You see how the hips are turning better on the left. Okay. Nice swing that one. Good shoulder turn, club lovely, elbow working down towards the right hip. Right elbow working away from the, you can see the gap here. Right there, the little excessive. There you can see daylight between the elbow and the right side. So he's taking back. Okay, he's getting closer there. Alright. So keep with those ideas, Marcus, and we're on our way. Again, we'll just keep to those drills, and we'll take it the next stage or the next one. Cheers, my friend. I'll see you soon.